Hi, this is Kerry Artak with Wicked Stocks, bringing you your daily NVIDIA report for Friday, August 2nd, 2024. But before we check out the charts, I just want to ask you to please click like, share, subscribe, and check out wickedstocks.com, where we offer a full suite of both daily and weekly analytical videos, just like the daily Tesla and daily NVIDIA reports, daily analysis in the SPY, daily analysis in the Triple Q, weekly analysis in the S&P 500 index, the NASDAQ 100 index, and Apple stock, as well as 2 individual stock picks a week that you never see on YouTube that cater to the 3 to 5 week swing trader out to the 3 to 5 month near-term investor, always looking for 20% moves or more on those underlying stocks. And you get to see all of this for free. We offer a 5-day free trial up front. So check out wickedstocks.com. I'm going to jump to this chart here. Eating a little crow, I guess is the way I would put it. This was a classic channel bottom. We settled below over a week ago. At the time I mentioned it could be, as we look back, kind of the big area to settle below, but there was a descending channel bottom. We took that out, rallied back. We actually had a buy signal on Wednesday's close that I was expecting to yield a bullish continuation to this 126.43 channel top. Wasn't to be. In fact, it was this channel bottom that continued to hold market buying pressures. And that's just the way it plays out sometimes. It could have worked just the opposite. And so I'm not really apologizing, but in a sense, I am groveling in that direction. And I'm not going to say any more about it. I have reweighted 119.57, understandably, as a session containment level. And you could say that this represents a range of resistance up to 126.23, 126.85, not shown. That is a descending 2/3 speed line in the same vicinity. That it is this 126 handle resistance that is the area we need to settle above to actually indicate a good low through August and probably through the rest of the third quarter, as I would expect meaningful gains then as we continue moving, into August, September trade. But we're a long way from that right now. And in fact, having pushed back to this channel bottom and actually falling back below the speed lines that were there earlier in the week, this does suggest continued selling pressures can build. For the day itself, 119.57 can contain daily highs, below which 103.32 and reach the simple trend line we've noted as a session containment level all week long. It did contain selling pressures on Tuesday, may well again perform the same today. If we break 103.32 today, you should expect the 95 even and 97.40 region. This area, just former highs and high settlement prices that go back to March of this year, can contain weekly selling pressures. That's as much as I'm going to say about these. I don't consider this to be a significant long-term support area, but we may bottom out here through next week, and from here we can round up again. And then we'll be looking for, for instance, the descending channel top that we have on the daily chart at 126.23. Once we test the 95 even and 97.40 area, we will begin talking about that channel top that is dropping. That will be our upward pivot point, as I say, through the rest of the third quarter and into the fourth. Now, if we were, and I don't see this today, but if we were to close below 95 even, I think, no, we're not going to see that today. But we could, by some point next week, collapse into below this 95 level, and that would be into this old range that would then imply likely bearish continuation within 2 to 3 weeks to 75.60, which if you look at this chart, shoulder, head, shoulder, that is a real possibility as we then continue into September, October trade. But I don't want to make that strong assumption. 119.57 is our resistance really for the day if we happen to test it. On the way up, I do have 110.88. Nothing more than Wednesday's low. So yesterday, Thursday, the outside day, kind of a reversal day. We pushed higher after the low from Tuesday, and then we fell back below to close below Wednesday's low. An outside day closing below the previous day's low. That does provide 110.88, Wednesday's low, as an intraday resistance level. That below 110.88, I am expecting 103.32. So that is a day trade scenario, day traders. 103.32, able to contain possibly session weakness. This would be the second test of this simple trend line over the last 3 days. And, I'm just telling you to kind of be careful here, because I'm not a big fan of trend lines holding longer term selling and buying, although it certainly does play out from time to time. I do think that this line study is susceptible to violation over the next few days. And if we happen to break it today, 103.32, I do think as the day wears on, we can continue all the way into this 95 even and 97.40 area. If you're short the market and your time horizon is 3 to 5 days out to 1 to 2 weeks, you may consider covering a short position and actually going long in anticipation of upward continuation into the 126 handle and dropping. So once again, as I said earlier, if we test this upper 90s support, you can then anticipate upward rotation, I think, into what is now in the mid 120s and dropping. If you're an options trader and we test 95 even and 97.40, you might consider reaching for 120 strike out of the money calls that don't expire. This is more of a 2 to 3 week play, 6 weeks out expiration, by which point this former channel bottom will have converged entirely with 126.23. I think that covers the downside pretty well. I will mention once again that if we push above 110.88, that is Wednesday's low, that does provide the possibility of 119.57. I think there's a good chance we would rally up to 119.57 today if we happen to push through or open above 110.88. Until then, holding below 110.88, we'll keep 103.32 in reach. Now, if we happen to, and I don't see that today, but if we were to close above 119.57, you should expect a test Monday of 126.23 to 126.85. What I think is a likely outcome is that we will fall into this 95, 97.40 region over the next 3 to 5 days. During that time, this channel bottom converges with this channel top, and it becomes one big area in the lower 120s that will be our ceiling of resistance into later August, and if settled above 126.23, we do, I think, have that chart, don't we? I guess we do not. There's only so much room on this in this newsletter. By the way, you can download this. I don't know if you know that or not, but you can download this for free every single day. I will once again point out the NASDAQ topped out a month ago at a 4.5-year channel top and has fallen to this channel bottom. That was our first objective, maybe the only target. This is a snapshot of what occurred on Thursday. We are right here, and it's a big pivot point for the triple Q, which is one of the reasons, we could open below that channel bottom on Friday morning, and that would likely carry, the NVIDIA south, quite possibly into this 95 even and 97.40 area. So I'm going to leave it at that. Please click like, share, subscribe. Check out wickedstocks.com. Take advantage of our 5-day free trial. You'll get daily triple Q, daily SPY, 2 stock picks a week, so forth and so on. I'll be back Sunday afternoon with Monday's NVIDIA report. You have a great weekend.